Best YouTube drama news coverage. Ooh, mama. The winner is... Wow. Def Noodles.
Waste my time coming here like I ain't got stuff to do. After I flew out all this way.
I'm going to split my award with everyone.
Split an award. Better split my plane ticket. No pictures.
2. Welcome everybody to the second annual Steamies.
Ah, yes. The second annual Steamies Awards are upon us. And now's a perfect time to look back to the first Steamies Awards on the Frenemies podcast. Now, I'm so happy that Ethan brought the Steamies back. Even though it did originally start on Frenemies, I'm glad he's continuing it on his H3 podcast. And it was great to see Def Noodles as the surprise guest host. And I just wanted to give a warning to Def Noodles. This is what happened to the last person that sat in Trisha's chair.
Buddy?
I've been waiting for this moment for a long time.
Okay, Trisha, spill it.
Apply to the dumbass EV from the H3 podcast called David Dobrik Debate. Now he's a complete ass, like he's a complete dumbass. Like it's not even an asshole. He's a complete dumbass because he's actually a sweet in person. He's just an idiot. He
that's kind of
only like 2 minutes so far. He's talking about me, and already he's like, "This is like a sitcom." No dumbass,
2 minutes
no dipshit. This was my real freaking life. So let's
just a heads up. And I want to give Trisha credit because I think that she and Ethan brainstorming on the previous episode of Frenemies resulted in the Steamies coming into fruition. Trisha's showing time and time again how much she loves to be recognized and how she would show up for anything to get a reward or whatever it is. She was willing to represent the Frenemies podcast at the time.
Anyways, sorry you lost at the Streamies too.
Oh my God. That was so weird. The guy who won.
So weird.
I've never heard
of him. Has views.
By the way.
No views. It's so weird.
We were going to talk.
I was looking for pictures of who won best podcast. I was expecting either Logan, David, or you guys for sure. And then I skipped past it because I didn't even see it. I'm like, wait, where's the podcast? And I was like, oh, who is this person? I was so confused.
I was like, but that's why I think the stream is such, all these internet
bullshit.
awards is a bunch of bullshit. Like, I mean, seriously.
I would go if Frenemies was nominated. Actually, I wouldn't. I have anxiety. Frenemies, like you were shitting on. Yeah, that's
and
probably
fuck
why.
the shorties.
I'll take a nomination. I would have gone to represent you guys.
I think we've been nominated every year.
Really?
Always surprised me, though.
I think so.
And wouldn't you know it, when they came back from break, they had a proper Steamies Awards show. So yeah, this was a great idea from both of them. I just want to take a moment to acknowledge the hard work of the H3 staff, the people behind the scenes. We were very much spoiled with the Frenemies podcast, and I don't even think we realized how spoiled we were. Because if you look at all these other big YouTubers that have now started podcasts, they all look like they just rolled out of bed. Really, really. So give it up to Trisha. She was all about dressing up just to dress up. And then when Ethan got on board and they started to do episodes where they were in costumes, that cost a lot of money. And I just want to say that the episodes where they both dressed up, because it was for the podcast, I'm very much sure that the H3 Productions took on the cost of hair and makeup for those episodes. And if Trisha didn't get that covered, then she's a bad negotiator. It would make sense because they were getting dressed up for the podcast that the production team covered it. And when Ethan said that his portion of the money that he made from Frenemies, he put back into the show, I can tell. Half these other YouTubers, it looked like they just rolled off a bed and started their podcast. H3 Production, I should say, put a lot of effort, money-wise, into the show. And remember, this started in the middle of the pandemic, where a lot of things were limited. Places to go and things to do, all of that was limited. But they made the most of it with the set design and the costumes and the engagement. So big credit goes to the production side of it and Trisha, because Trisha is very much into dressing up and bringing that extra specialness to the podcast. And look at the podcast that Ethan started up after Frenemies. Ethan and Ela put money behind their podcast, and you can tell, and it shows that they're very serious about what they're trying to accomplish with their company. So I respect that. This is the first time I saw Ethan in a suit. And Ethan can play off that he's not a good looking guy, but he is. He's very handsome. And all you have to do is put some mousse in your hair and you're like, boom, you're handsome. Trisha usually brings her A game. I don't know what she was doing with this outfit. Her hair looks like pageant, right? I just think child pageant hairstyle. And I think I even see like hairpins in her hair. Like I see a black hairpin. Like that's unnecessary. And her sequence dress looks like high school prom, but from the early 2000s. But maybe that's the look she's going for. And if so, she nailed it. I had a few complaints about this episode. And they're small complaints, but it's something I did notice. A couple of faux pas on Ethan's part. When the ceremony started to go and they're giving out awards, Ethan hogged the result card.
And the winner for Biggest Covidiot 2020 is Jake Paul! Okay, ready? Drum roll, please. Biggest clout goblin of 2020 is James Charles! Oh my God. All right, let's get a drum roll. Biggest douchebag of 2020.
I'm excited for this one.
Here we go. And the winner goes
Oh my God.
to
Jeez.
Keemstar!
Wow.
And not only did he hog the card, he was ticking Trisha off. Trisha did not like that. Even in like the Oscars, you have to look, when there's two people presenting an award, there's always one person that likes to hog the card, and you're not supposed to do that. I understand if you're the only one on stage, pet peeve, but if you have someone beside you, whatever award show it is, and you're opening up the result card, you have to both announce it together or let the other person see what you're doing. That's what you're supposed to do. So Ethan consistently dominated naming the results. And I know Trisha was mad because you would always see Trisha looking, and then finally she had to say something about it.
With the facts presented.
Anyways.
With that being said, drum roll, please. This is a hotly anticipated category. Most brutal cancellation, guys. Come on. Most brutal cancellation of 2020 goes to, with a huge margin, Shane Dawson. Actually, the biggest.
And she was right, Ethan. You were hogging the card. Faux pas number 1. But here's the thing. People can make mistakes or do little things. I don't care. It's not a big deal. But it's when it's pointed out and then they change. I can't fault people if they realize they do something wrong and then they change. And like, again, reading result cards is not a big deal. But look at what happened on the second Annual Steamies Award.
I think we know who's it going to be.
I think, yeah. I have a. Is this it? Do I grab the card?
So how,
okay.
Yeah, okay. So we're opening.
You want to do the honors?
Here, let's see. Here, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Okay.
And then
Let's
you guys,
see.
we have the drum roll, please. Biggest Cove Idiot 2021. Wow, with 21%.
Joe
Or
Rogan.
sorry, 81% of huge majority goes to Joe Rogan.
Probably.
But Dennis, would you like to do us the honors here?
Of course, yeah.
Spiciest
drama.
Wow.
So let's see who won. Oh wow, with 69% of the votes.
Wow.
The ending of frenemies.
Wow.
Who could have seen that one
Well,
coming?
in a way, this
You see that? You see that? You notice that? Look at that. They each had a turn to say the name of the results on the card. No hogging necessary. They were sharing. Beautiful. Big improvement. Honestly, I noticed that on the first show and I just was happy to see that it changed. It changed. Second faux pas. And you know what? That's right, because it's the first Steamies Award. You know, they're going to have the little kinks that they have to work out. But this second one was a really big faux pas on Ethan's part. All throughout the awards ceremony, Trisha was nominated for certain categories. And you could see the built-up in her because she wanted to win. If you notice, most of the awards were like, I'm horrible, you wouldn't want to win. But Trisha would say like, yeah, no, I wanted to win. I wanted to win that one. Like horrible awards that you would think you wouldn't want to win. Trisha wanted to win.
girl of 2020. So let's go ahead and review the nominees.
Biggest mean girl of 2020. Dixie D'Amelio.
It's just annoying when you're not using. And yeah.
Oh my God.
Dixie, what the hell?
So
Why did she do that?
Tati Westbrook.
Why would Shane Dawson, the king of truth on YouTube,
The king of
be
truth?
turning against James Charles unless these things he was saying were true? It's been a long time
What is he,
coming.
Jesus?
Gabby Hanna.
Fuck you.
Oh my
All
God.
of these people.
Trisha Paytas.
You think everything's just an attack against you. Everyone's against Ethan. Like, oh my gosh, I'm always right. It's like, ugh, you and Jacksonville deserve each other. So
I can't believe you're going after Jax. He's such a sweet guy. All right, Trisha.
oh my God.
You definitely. I mean, are you honored to be included?
I'm definitely a mean girl, but it comes from insecurity.
I think you're great.
Okay. I'm honored. Yeah.
Are you
Dixie's
prepared?
a bitch. Like of all the
I
people,
agree.
that's like a bitch.
And Tati too. It's kind of like,
I think
ooh,
she's
Ice
dumb.
Queen. Well, biggest mean girl of 2020. Let's get a drum roll, please. This is a big one. Stiff competition. I really don't know. I feel like there could be a lot of votes for you, but I feel like the other two are so deserving of the title. The winner is Tati Westbrook. That's
I was
good.
hoping it was me.
Really?
I wanted a trophy.
I feel like Tati deserves this one. With 32%, she won resoundingly. You were in second with 25%.
But I did make fun of your mom's cooking, called Ela the C word. Like I think I deserve to be made.
But again, like you said, you don't mean it. But Tati is an ice queen, bona fide mean girl.
I think I'm meaner than Tati. This sucks.
The people have spoken, Trisha.
Shit.
Gabby Hanna in third. Really close between you and Gabby, actually.
Gabby's not mean. She just needs help.
And
you know?
Dixie was 17%.
I mean, Dixie's pretty mean. When I see those clips, I'm kind of like,
Yeah, she's pretty mean. But Tati, I mean, God bless Tata to Tati. Or like hello to Tati this year. Tati, congratulations. You are the meanest girl of 2020.
Keep me out of your lawsuit,
Cheers.
bitch.
Keep me.
And again, this brings me back to what happened, her last meltdown. I'm telling you, yeah, she was mad and she wanted to tick off Ethan, all of that, all of that is true, but I'm telling you, what really ticked her off was that her sister won the award for Best Sound Drop of 2021. I'm telling you, she was mad. That's what made her mad. Her sister won the award, okay? Again, Trisha doesn't care if something's good or bad. She wants to be acknowledged. She wants to have attention. And not only did Ethan pick the sister's drop of 5%, because again, that totally topped Trisha's 5%. Let's be real. Trisha's 5% was not touching Callie's 5%. But the fact that her sister won that award, that's what set her off. And that's why she had her meltdown. Yeah, everything, yeah, and she wanted to bother Ethan, all of that. But I'm telling you, that's what bothered her.
I did. I had Benihana. My belly was full. I was like,
You watched all 4 hours?
Yeah, I had my blanket.
So,
Moses was his mom. He came home and had chocolate, so we watched the end of it. You were still going when Moses got home.
Weren't you excited that you were in the final round of the soundbite battle?
I was, but you guys were kind of shitting on me, being like, we should put her in the same category
Oh,
together.
you were
And I was
watching.
just
Why do you pretend like you weren't watching?
I don't know. I try and be cool.
It's not cool. It hurts my feelings.
Oh, really? I don't want to be like a noob and be like, okay, so the last H3 podcast was really good, except I wouldn't, you know what I mean? I don't want to be that person.
Yeah, but you're also kind of like, you don't have to be like, I watch everything, blah, 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 but like, you're like, I watch, literally.
No, I watch everything because I watch everything.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. I'm glad. Well, my fear was going to be Trisha to Trisha head off, and it would be like,
I don't like that though. And then you guys were like, oh, thank God. Like, and I was
it was love to you. It was just that.
It wasn't love to me.
Yes, it was.
I had two categories that were killing it, and you guys were like, we should just put it as one. We messed up, and I was just
We
like,
should have. I mean, they were
why?
because they're
Obviously
pretty
not.
much.
I killed all the other ones. Obviously, my sounds were better than half the sounds you guys chose, so you're welcome.
Well, didn't win in the end.
Because you guys were pushing so hard, like, oh, not Trisha. No, this one has to win. So of course people are gonna be like, okay. Well,
You never had a chance against Shout
that's
Out
so
to the
not
Family.
true.
You never had
Literally
a
have
chance.
no idea what that even was.
Well, it won handedly. It beat everybody. It even beat the semen as a type of milk.
It went too long, if I'm being honest. But I watched it.
Yeah. It went while we were having some technical issues. We kept crashing and dropping. Anyway.
So you see all throughout this episode, she was kind of like, oh, I wanted to win that award. Like awards you wouldn't want to win, but she doesn't care. She wants that recognition. And then what happened? The very last episode of the night. Tell me if you all noticed the big faux pas.
Here we are at our final category, the biggest one, the most hotly anticipated category of the night. What is the category, Ian?
This is most dramatic.
Most dramatic
End all be all.
creator of
We had the most
2020.
nominees for this category. The most diverse nominees. The most.
There was, I mean, the stiff competition this year.
It was.
Let's go ahead and review the nominees, please, Dan. Thank you.
Let's do it.
Most dramatic creator. Jacqueline Hill. Austin McBroom. Gabby Hanna. Jake Paul. Logan Paul. Trisha
Dude,
Paytas.
it's hard to top that.
James Charles. Jeffree Star. These are your nominees.
Wow. I gotta say, I think you're a shoe-in, because that competition doesn't look that stiff.
I think it's safe to say I'm the most dramatic. I try to start beef with everybody.
Yeah. They were anyway, let's go. Most dramatic, let's get a drum roll, please, people. Most dramatic creator. And the winner is, by an overwhelming majority, 47.1%, Trisha Paytas! Wow. You won. Here it is. Most dramatic creator of the year.
Wow.
They love you. They really love you. And we have a very own frenemies styled rhinestones steamies presented to you. We're gonna have to get this engraved.
That's beautiful.
For Trisha Paytas, most dramatic creator of 2020. Congratulations. Wow. Wow. Thank you, everybody, for joining us this year. 2020 Steamies have been an absolute pleasure. Congratulations to all our winners. Congratulations, Trisha.
Yeah.
And congratulations to you guys. We made it out of 2020. Let's all go have a great year. I'm your host, Ethan Klein.
Trisha Paytas.
All right. Ta-ta.
Did you see it? Did you see it? Ethan, you didn't let the woman give her speech. She was waiting her whole life for this moment. Has Trisha ever gotten an award before? I'm sure in her dreams, in her fantasy land of dreams, she's imagined herself on stage accepting an award for whatever nonsense she's been up to. And the one time it happened, Ethan, you cut her off. You cut her off. You cut her off. She was burned. That she couldn't give her speech. It burned her. Oh my goodness, Ethan. And the joke is, Ethan, you know, I know you guys didn't realize that's what you're doing. But it's like, here's your award. Show's over. That is worse than people getting played off the stage. She didn't even get to open her mouth. But look at what Ethan did right here.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, this is our one category where, you know, it's not an insult necessarily. It's not an insult at all. This is just pure, this is just all love here
All right.
from the fans. Wow. This is shocking. Def Noodles.
All right. Well, thank you.
Def Noodles.
Thank you so much. Hey, I'm gonna take. Can I say something? I'm gonna split my award with everyone because here's the thing. I want everyone to do more news coverage so we can just to kill Keemstar's piece of the pie. Fuck them.
The more the merrier.
Exactly.
The more the merrier.
So-
well, more Def Noodles.
I appreciate it though. Thank you so much, everyone.
You're sharing it with all the nominees.
Sharing it with all the nominees.
One, you know, you were definitely my vote.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank
You've
you
had
so
a big
much.
year, you know. There's been a lot of growth. There's been, last year I think was a big year for you, right?
It was, yeah. It was a great year. I mean, it was. I love, like, I'm obsessed with like working. So as long as I have work to do, I'm happy.
There's always work to do in this world.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's great. I love it.
Def, not only are you sitting in Trisha's chair hosting her award show, but then when you won the award for drama, you actually got to give a speech. Noodles?
You in danger, girl.
Good to
And
know.
now I'm in the family, so we're gonna be together.
Oh my God! Wait,
forever.
let me see.
before, now
It's
say
a
it
real
again.
diamond, or is it like a zirconium, whatever?